We continue our squash series this week with a look at Egypt's incredible dominance across the sport. Today, Egyptian players hold more than half of the top 10 spots in both the men's and women's world rankings, a testament to a squash culture that's been decades in the making.
The Egyptian players are very high profile. They're on billboards along the highways, the gangways out to the aeroplanes. When you board the planes, you see their images. Some of the top players are some of the best known sports people in Egypt. They'd been very, very strong back in the 50s and 60s. The president at the time decided he wanted to get the sport back up as a high-profile sport. He arranged for the Al Hammamy International to be the first ever sort of sporting event by the pyramids. There was a player called Barada who they were desperate to become world champion and world number one. He never actually achieved that, but he became very, very high profile in Egypt. They then invested a lot of money in getting international players going out there to play their younger players. And as you start to get a number of good players from any region, you know, it starts to sort of self-perpetuate. So they all start trying to beat each other in Egypt. And before they know it, they're actually the best player in the world because they're beating the best players in the world.
We've been brought up in such an environment where it's all about competition. I think it builds up something inside us that makes us champions, basically. And obviously, having the Egyptian legends that were able to lead us to this level definitely had a great impact on us.
Egypt plays a major role in the world of squash, not only producing exceptional players, but also hosting two prestigious tournaments, one in Cairo and another in El Gouna. Among the new generation carrying that legacy forward is Hania El Hammamy. She first broke onto the scene at just 14 years old and is now ranked third in the world. Younger than her two main rivals, she's gaining vital experience as she pushes to reach the very top.
So I first got into squash through my brother. You start playing at the age of 7, and all the time you're constantly competing in national events, and the pressure and the encouragement you get from your team, your parents, and all the expectations are on you. It was very exhausting because I was still a student in school, so I had to keep up with everything, my studies and the junior events, nationally and internationally, both of them. And obviously being able to get to the professional level as well was very demanding. But yeah, with the help and obviously having the parents around and the team around to help, it just went fine, I guess. Squash definitely is such a physical sport, and specifically the way I play the game is way more physical than how others might play the game. Some players would rely more on talent and soft hands and just pure talent. But now you need to be very, very fit and very physical to be able to compete with the top players. I have to be very committed to my nutrition and my physical training to be able to be as fit as I am for the competitions. Following the footsteps of so many great athletes that I see now training in Egypt, and I go to a certain club and I pop into one of them, and knowing that I'm just following their legacy and trying to achieve whatever they were able to achieve, it's just great. I'm trying to catch the top 2 as well. When I get to that top of the tree and being a winner, it's going to be a different challenge. It will require a different motivation, but for now definitely the motivation comes from me not achieving yet what I want to achieve. I'm one of the proudest to be part of the big 3, which are Nour Sherbini and Nouran Gouhar. I'm certain that people would not really understand how tough it is to be competing with those two. I think we're good friends off court. We try to spend time together as long as we're not having a match against each other, obviously, but we're competitors, and on court we're gonna give it our all. We're gonna be very, very hungry and very ferocious, but obviously off court, just the match has ended. We just end the match and put it aside, I guess.
For the first time in history, squash will be included in the Olympic Games schedule. With such a significant opportunity ahead, Egypt's top players are more motivated than ever, knowing that spots to represent their country will be limited.
I've been watching Olympics since I was a kid. Seeing them lifting gold medals is a dream, and obviously never thought that I would be one of them, and now I've got the chance, I've got an opportunity to qualify and be one of them. It's tough knowing the news that only 2 from each country are going to qualify. If we stay world number 1 and 2 and 3 like this, Gour, Shirbi and myself, and one of us will not be able to qualify, I think it's a bit unfair that one of us will not be playing the Olympics for their country. But as tough as it is, it makes you just want to train harder and be better, I guess.
The Gouna International is a key event on the calendar for most squash players worldwide, but it allows Egyptians the chance to compete on home turf. This high-profile, platinum-level tournament offers national pride, a prize purse of $217,000, and all-important ranking points.
Gouna is very special because, first of all, it's such a nice place in Egypt where everyone likes to go for a holiday, and I've got loads of memories there where I won the event, and it was very, very emotional for me. The crowd in Egypt is very loud and they really like squash. I would say they make you excited to be playing, and as the tournament starts, it's gonna be one match at a time, one rally at a time, and then hopefully the results will come.
El Hammamy breezed through her first 3 rounds, dropping only 1 set along the way. However, the challenge intensified in the semi-finals, where she was drawn against world number 1, Nouran Gohar.
11-7. El Hammamy. El Hammamy leads 2-1.
Although El Hammamy took a 2-1 set lead, her hope was short-lived as Gohar showcased her dominance, fighting back to claim the victory in 5 sets.
She did really well there, El Hammamy. Oh, she's overstretched.
11-8. Match to Gohar.
So Gohar gets the victory.
In the final, Nouran Gohar faced off against another Egyptian, Amina Orfi. At just 18 years old, it was undoubtedly the biggest match of her career. Despite the pressure, Orfi showed great resilience, ready to make her mark on the sport. The match was a thrilling display of skill and determination, with both players giving their all under the spotlight. Although Orfi took the first set, it was Nouran Gohar who fought back, winning the next 3 sets to claim the match 3-1, solidifying her position at the top of the world rankings.
11-7. Match to Gohar. 3-1.
This is Gohar's 2nd title at Gouna and her 33rd career title, further cementing her legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats and reinforcing her dominance on the world stage. In the men's final, it was a battle of the Egyptians once again. Just 2 months ago, Ali Farag held the #1 spot in the world rankings. But after Mustafa Asal claimed the trophy at the Optasia Championships, Asal climbed above him. Farag was determined to take revenge on his compatriots. Farag took an early lead, securing the first 2 sets and looking on course for the title, but Asal refused to back down. Asal won the next 3 sets to claim the victory and claim the title in Gouna, solidifying his #1 position and sending out a message to rivals and fans alike.
The wick goes in, Mustafa Asal comes back for 2-2 to retain his world #1 spot.
With both Gohar and Asal emerging victorious, Egypt once again proved why it remains the dominant force in this ever-growing sport.